Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We are coming to you live from PAX Unplugged here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Day 3 of the con. It is about midway through the third day. We're bringing you all the awesome board game coverage. But first off, let's get some introductions done. I am your lovely host, Matt, and I've got the lovely co-host there, Julie, at the end. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
And we've got our special guest, Randy. Randy, how you doing today?
Very good, very good.
Randy from White Wizard Games, showing off what today?
It will be the Hero Realms campaign. It is available here at the show, but unfortunately, it just sold out.
Wow.
So
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we sold through 5 cases. So it will be available in retail stores next week. It's just in time for Christmas, and it's going to be we're going to be playing the first chapter. And it will be a bar fight. So we have these oversized cards.
That's the enthralled regulars there.
So they will be the master that they are going to be fighting against. If you notice in the upper left-hand corner, it is currently a level 1, and it also has these 3 diamond shapes. Now these cards, they will be added to the master's deck. And there's 5 of them, and when they get revealed, because the player's turn is 2 steps. There's a master phase and then there's a player phase.
Okay.
So the master will reveal a new card from the top. You'll resolve all the effects that those particular gems in the upper left-hand corner will give you, and then any actions or damage will be distributed to the champions that you have, and any damage to you. And then you go on with your normal deck building Hero Realms turn. In the sake of time, we're going to kind of expedite this process a little bit. Also, too, the character cards, the character packs have abilities, and you want to flip them over to show that they're different, and you can flip them over again. So those came into the default character packs. Now, what ended up happening is that we ended up building a skill tree ladder, and you notice that it is the same card, but if you flip it over, there's 2 versions of it. One that works in the campaign setting, and there's one that will work in the player versus player arena. Nice. So that will give people something to do with their cards. So say if you wanted to battle an arena, you can have 7 character points, and then you can level up your character up to a level 7 character. So there's that.
Thank you, Andrew Jackson, 28.
So you're the fighter, and I will give you the fighter skills.
Playing as the fighter.
I am the ranger.
So you are represented by either a male or a female version. And so we need a crushing blow. So I'm gonna have you help me find some of these cards. Yep, that's exactly, because I want to get this going. So take a look in there, in here, and try to find the double-sided version of this card. All right, so this is... What's up? I'm going to be running the campaign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure all the rules are adhered to and that there's no real mistakes, and so that everybody can kind of enjoy what ends up playing the campaign. So we also have a setting for the Rune of Thandar, which is going to be these 14 cards, and also there is a level 1, so that would be our chapter 1 cards, and then we have our masteries. All right, so it might be it might be over here. I love it.
Feel free to blame me.
Here it is.
There you go.
There it is. And then you have 2 abilities as well. You had the headshot, which is this one.
Sorry.
And then you have a track ability. Did you see a track when you were sorting through those cards really quickly?
One more time.
No.
Did I see
track?
A track. What am I? Oh.
It looks like this. This one.
Like that, I think I did. I might have. I'll help you out here.
All right. Sorry about this.
There's so many cards.
I know.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Seven, eight. So
There we go. I found it.
perfect. Thank you very much. So here's your actual deck. It's these 10 cards.
Okay.
So then you will have your. I'll lay this out here. Here's your scorekeeping cards.
So let me show these
I
off.
don't
These are
need these.
my scorekeeping card right there.
Here's your character card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is devastating blow, but we'll take that. Perfect. All right. So I'll clear this. Let's just slide this all the way over. All right. All right. So, as with most deck builders, you have a pile that you're always able to buy from. I don't know how we want to display that.
You could put it a little more towards the front there. I could zoom in a little bit and put a little close-up of it.
There you go.
There we go.
So I'm going to shuffle up this. This is the Master's deck. So
Okay.
you have some cards that are setting cards, and you also have ones for Chapter 1. And then you also will add a certain number of these Mastery cards to the bottom half of the deck, because we're going to play in that version of it today. Then we'll have the Master sit in this area.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shuffle these up real fast. And then I will... So if you... Julia?
Yes.
Would you please take the top 5 of the the market deck and lay them out?
So for everybody to see?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oop. So some of the starter cards got added in.
Okay, so we got the top 5 cards there.
Yep. Thank you.
Almost the top 5.
Almost
That's
the top 5.
We got it.
All right. So I'm just going to thread these masteries in just so that we can get started. So have you shuffled your character card packs?
Yeah. I was just looking at them all.
I'm just
There you
enjoying
go,
it.
there you
Am I
go.
shuffling in the shoulder bash and the crushing blow as well?
Nope, because
No?
those are
Oh,
abilities.
okay.
You can use this ability once per turn, and you can use this ability once per game.
Okay, so
And same for you. You can use
That's
this
once
once
per
per turn and once per game.
that's once per game right there.
All right. So I'm going to use these blue cards to represent the Master's health.
Okay.
So I'm going to just switch this up to 50. And
Seems like a lot of health, I'm just saying.
what's that?
Does.
Seems like a lot of health.
It is a lot of health.
Okay.
But I think you
Super
guys are going
healthy.
to do. You're going to do a
He's the
lot
picture of health.
You're going to do great work, I believe.
You believe in us far more than you should.
So in the beginning, you're going to have a full turn where the Master does not attack you.
Okay.
So there is the shortened version that you would read in the adventuring book is that you have just gotten back from an adventure. You have you're at the bar, you're enjoying yourself, and then out of nowhere you start to notice this like black wispy smoke, and then whoever it touches, they go crazy. And they start a fight.
So it's like last night.
Yeah, last
Exactly.
night, yeah.
Perfect.
So then, as this happens, you realize you track the smoke back, and you start to notice that there's some cloaked figures, and you're like, "Oh, this is not good. This is shady." And you're gonna, as you start to rise to ready your weapons, then you realize that these guys right here, they throw a giant cask of ale at your feet, and it breaks in splinters at your feet, and now you're like, "All right, well, we got to fight these guys before we can actually find out who caused this."
Right.
So, Julia, I'm going to have you go first. You draw a hand of 5 cards,
Okay. So
and you also draw a hand of 5 cards.
5 cards.
So
Okay.
in this beginning round, the Master would normally go, but he won't for this round. And then afterwards, after we go through both of you, then the Master will start to reveal cards from the top of his deck.
Absolutely.
cool.
So, Julie, are you going to beat him up?
Well, I'm gonna try. So then,
I have faith in you, Julie.
Yep.
I have faith.
So if you play all your cards, nothing carries over unless it's a champion.
got it. So I can use these as coins, right?
Yep,
So
yep,
I'm gonna
exactly.
buy 1, 2, 3, for?
So you have the Horn of Calling, which will allow you to the next champion you were to buy, it would be one less. So you already have 4, and then with the Horn of Calling, you have 5. But if you want to buy a champion, you have 6. Which this guy is pretty good.
Let's do that.
I mean,
Hi there,
we're
buddy.
following your recommendations.
Yep,
here, right?
yep. I'm not going to lead you wrong. And then also you have a bow. So you play everything you have in your hand.
Correct.
And so you're going to deal 2 damage to these enthralled regulars. So now we're down to 48.
Okay, we're making progress.
Yep.
Not
so now
much,
it is
but-
your turn.
So I've got a couple
And you
gold.
start at 60 health, by the way.
60 health. Oh,
And you
geez.
start at 58.
So how do I get this to 60 health?
So,
it's got a backside
Yep,
too.
yep.
Oh,
You
look
flip
at
it
that.
over. Yep.
That's perfect. Okay, so I got 2 gold right
Perfect.
now. So I'm gonna. Is there anything I could purchase for 2 gold or?
So something gets replaced immediately. So even if you would buy something cheap, you would be able to see the next card that gets flipped over, and you would have been able to buy it.
Yep.
So right now, it looks like you only have the cheapest thing is 3, but you can also buy it from these fire gems.
So you know what? I'll buy a fire gem.
Slide
That's for
that
sure.
right over.
I'm gonna buy a fire gem.
Fire gem, yes, sir.
And then, I've got my throwing axe, so that's
Yep.
going to do 2 damage.
Yep.
If
And
playing this card, it would give you 7 or more combat this turn, draw
that
a
means
card.
you would draw 5 cards.
So I don't. I've also got my long sword, so that's another 3 damage.
Yep.
And
So-
how does guard work? So I've got 3 guard.
So the way guard works is that will be a champion that stays out and it will protect you, and also other champions that you have.
Okay.
So currently you have 5 combat, so I'm going to go down to 43,
Okay.
and that will stay out as a protector for you.
So it says here at the bottom for the throwing axe, if playing this card would give you 7 or more combat this turn. So if I changed up the order and I did my once per game attack here, the crushing blow for
Yep.
8, I would be able to do 11 damage then, plus 2 for the throwing axe, and then I'd draw a card.
Yes.
So can I say that I'm doing that?
Or you would not buy this, and you can use this ability, and it would do the exact same thing.
Oh, let's
Yep.
do that.
But it would only the damage would be for 7 instead.
I like it. Let's do that.
All right.
Instead of
so
using
yep.
my once per
so
game
then
ability,
you'll draw a card.
draw a card. Okay, and then I got a ruby for 2 more gold.
Yep. And now you can buy the
I'll
fire
get the
gem.
look at that. That worked out
Yep.
perfectly.
Same value.
All right.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
And so I did.
Friendship is the only ship worth sailing.
Oh my goodness.
So I did a bunch of I
Amazing.
did 7 damage
Yep.
to the.
Yep. And so I've already gone down. So I was at 48, and now I'm at. You never judge your own math skills. Down to 41. All right. So now the master begins. So I'm going to
knew
flip a
this was
card
too
over.
easy.
I know, right? So
Yeah.
we have a Runus Enforcer. It is an elite. So he will, when he comes into play, you look at the upper left-hand corner. It is actually a green symbol. It might be a little tough on the camera.
It's a green screen in it, so it looks see-through, but I promise it's green.
So it will add an extra 2 combat, and it will make you discard a card.
Haha.
Why are you saying haha?
Oh,
I'm on your team.
Yeah, same team.
I mean, I'm sorry,
I'm
Julie.
on your side.
I don't know how that works.
So, but also, because this is an elite,
Yep.
it's going to stay out until it is dealt with. And so it's going to hit you, and it's also going to hit you if you don't deal with it. So it's going to expend to deal 5. It's going to add the 2, so you're going to take 7 damage.
Awesome.
Haha. I mean, sorry. I'm bad at cooperative games. Okay.
What is wrong with you?
So it's doing damage to me as well?
No, not you.
Not yet?
It will be next turn if she doesn't
Okay,
kill it.
okay.
So at the end of the master's phase, I prepare it, and now you get to start your turn.
So
She's not gonna kill it now
I'm
because she wants
not.
to.
I can't kill it.
'Cause she wants-
because-
Technically
wants
have
it to
a
hit me.
headshot ability.
Oh, that's right, I do. And since this is a collaborative game and I'm helpful,
Thanks, friend.
I will.
So that one will be flipped over. You can even tuck it underneath your character card.
Perfect. So,
So you get to stun a minion, so that will kill this. And you will draw a
draw
card.
a card. So I'm going to shuffle because I just used the last of my draw 5.
Perfect.
And I will draw one more.
So did you draw your hand of 5?
I did not draw my hand of 5, so I have 4 here.
Which?
So you would shuffle your discard pile and then draw the remaining 1 card.
Gotcha.
And this is a champion?
That is an action.
An action.
So in this particular card, it is an Imperial card. It will give you 5 combat. It will heal you for 5. And if you play another of the same faction, you would be able to prepare a champion. So you'll be able to use their ability twice.
All right, but it's not a champion. So I have... Just take a quick look at this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you could beat up the Betty, right? You're gonna beat it up more, right, Julie?
So I can purchase...
So she has the Horn of Calling again, so that gave her the extra 1 that she needed. And those will all go to your discard pile.
Correct. And then I'm doing 2 damage.
Yep. So now I go down to 39.
To the boss.
Okay.
All right. So now we have a red card that is going to add 3 additional combat.
Oh, yay.
But also it is a charging drunk. It has the unaware ability. Now, normally, if the boss is in your way,
awesome. Okay,
if the boss is in your way, you can't help your opponent. But in this case, because of the nature of the stream, I'm just going to say you two are standing next to each other or seated next to each other, because it has an ability called Unaware, which means
We're
that you
next to each other, like side by side on one side of the table. That's awkward.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's super weird.
And then you can do double damage to it.
Okay.
Yep. So we bring this guy back over.
There you go.
And it's going to expend to deal 4 damage plus the 3. It's going to knock out this guy because it can only take 3 damage.
Knocks out the shield there.
And you're going to take 4 damage.
I'm going to take 4 damage. Okay, so I'm down to 54 then?
Yep. And then he will prepare, and now you can take your turn.
All right, so on my turn here, I just drew a bunch of gold. That's all I got. So what would be the best card that I could buy here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold that I have
currently,
here?
I think you would want to buy this here, Life Drain. So it does 8 damage.
Life Drain.
Well, you do have your
Sacrifice a card in your hand or discard pile.
Has he already used
so,
Yep.
I could use my once in a game ability there to do 8 damage.
You can do it right now,
So
actually.
let's do that. I'm gonna use that ability
right now.
So he's going to deal 4 to this, and then 4 to the boss. So now to 35.
All right, so that goes away.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it looks like we have to wrap this up now. But so we went through a couple turns of Hero Realms. Thank you so much for showing it off. Is there anything else you want to tell us about this game?
So currently it is it's on sale. It will be in stores for just in time for Christmas for the holiday season. We also have the boss decks, which are a dragon and a lich. Those should be available mid-December at your local retailer.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Great.
And you already said that where we can find Hero Realms earlier, but you want to give a little refresher there?
Base set Hero Realms is available also in your local retailer. You will need that to be able to play this. So the expansion is not a standalone companion.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Randy. We really do
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching at home. Stay tuned for more coverage from PAX Unplugged coming up. Signing off right now, I'm Matt.
And I'm Randy.
I'm Julie.
Thanks, everyone.